The gentle lapping of waves against a tropical shore, the soft rustle of palm fronds, a perfect paradise. Suddenly, a deafening crunch of metal against sand shatters the peace. The Pacific Princess, the iconic love boat, has beached itself right on the shores of a very familiar uncharted desert isle. On the beach, a man in a red shirt and a white sailor hat looks on in disbelief. Gilligan, what did you do now? The skipper roars, throwing his hat down. Gilligan just shrugs, a goofy grin on his face. Professor, Mary Ann, Ginger, and the Howells rush out of the jungle, their quiet island life now officially over. From the deck of the listing cruise ship, Captain Stubbing, Gopher, Isaac, and Julie McCoy stare down, equally bewildered. Gopher leans over the railing, cupping his hands. Hey, is this the luau stop? Isaac shakes his head. Gopher, I think we have a bigger problem. Meanwhile, deep in the island's jungle, two figures in brightly colored Starfleet uniforms are cautiously exploring. Captain Kirk and his first officer Spock push aside a giant fern leaf, revealing one of the castaways' bamboo huts. Spock raises an eyebrow, his tricorder whirring softly. Fascinating, Captain. The rudimentary construction suggests a level of ingenuity, yet the structural integrity is questionable. Kirk, ever the adventurer, pushes open the flimsy door. Kirk to Enterprise, we found. He trails off, his jaw dropping. Inside the hut, sitting around a rickety card table, are two very unexpected players. A large hairy Bigfoot calmly sips from a coconut shell, while across from him, a classic gray alien with large black eyes shuffles a deck of cards with its slender fingers. Bigfoot looks up and grunts a friendly greeting. The alien nods its oversized head slowly. Spock lowers his tricorder. My analysis, Captain, is that the logical course of action is to join the game. Kirk grins. Spock, you read my mind. He pulls up a bamboo stool. Deal me in, fellas. 5-card step, nothing wild, except maybe the dealer. Bigfoot grunts again, dealing out the cards with surprising dexterity. Back on the beach, the initial shock has worn off and been replaced by a disco inferno. The solid gold dancers, shimmering in their iconic sequined outfits, have taken over the sand. They move with flawless precision, their high kicks sending sand flying. At the center of it all, seated at a grand piano that seems to have materialized out of thin air, is Liberace himself. His fingers fly across the keys, a dazzling candelabra perched on the piano lid. His sequin cape glitters in the tropical sun, rivaling the ocean itself. The cast of Gilligan's Island and the crew of the Love Boat are swept up in the energy. The professor is attempting a surprisingly funky robot dance with Ginger, while Mrs. Howell teaches Isaac the waltz, her diamonds sparkling. Thurston Howell III claps along, slightly offbeat, shouting, "Marvelous, simply marvelous, Lovey." This is far better than the yacht club regatta. Captain Stubbing and the skipper are locked in an arm wrestling match on a beach log, both egged on by Gopher and Gilligan. The party is reaching its peak when something truly strange begins to happen. Near the edge of the jungle, a massive, multi-tiered cake, the size of a small hut and frosted in an alarming shade of neon green, starts to melt. Green icing oozes down its sides, forming sticky puddles on the sand. The festive mood falters as everyone turns to stare. Then a new figure bursts onto the scene. It's Lucy Ricardo, a chef's hat perched precariously on her red hair, her face smudged with green frosting. "Wah," she wails, holding an empty, oversized wine bottle. "I was just trying to make it a little more festive. It's my new vitamin-infused frosting." She trips over a coconut and tumbles forward, pouring the last drops of red wine onto the melting green goo. The mixture begins to bubble and hiss, releasing a plume of sweet-smelling, rainbow-colored smoke that drifts over the beach. The smoke envelops the dancers, the castaways, the starship captains, and even Bigfoot, who sniffs the air curiously. The world begins to waver, the edges blurring. Suddenly, a new sound cuts through the disco beat. A cheerful accordion and banjo-led tune. Wonderful, wonderful, a voice rings out. Emerging from the shimmering, colorful haze is none other than Lawrence Welk, his baton held high. And a one and a two. Behind him, the entire hee-haw gang follows, strumming banjos, fiddles, and washed-up basses. Buck Owens and Roy Clark lead the charge, their grins as wide as the horizon. The two musical worlds collide in a glorious, chaotic symphony. Liberace, not to be outdone, transitions his boogie-woogie into a dueling piano battle with the hee-haw band's pianist. The solid gold dancers adapt their routine, incorporating high kicks with country-style deuce-das. The whole chaotic ensemble of characters joins in. Kirk swings Marianne around. Spock attempts a logical, if stiff, square dance with Julie McCoy, and Lucy tries to teach a gray alien how to stomp its feet in time, mostly unsuccessfully. The music grows louder, faster, a frenetic blend of disco, polka, and bluegrass. The world itself seems to be vibrating with the sound. The palm trees begin to lose their shape, their green fronds swirling into long, fibrous strands of color. The blue of the ocean and the yellow of the sand start to blend and twist together. The very fabric of reality is unraveling, pixelating into a coarse, woven texture. It's a shag carpet, Gilligan shouts, pointing. And he's right. The entire scene, the island, the ship, the piano, the melting cake, and every single character is dissolving, melting into a swirling psychedelic pattern of orange, brown, and avocado green. It's a vast cosmic shag carpet, stretching to infinity. The final image is of Captain Kirk's face, winking, as it melts into the fuzzy synthetic fibers. The final sound is a lone banjo strum from Roy Clark, followed by Lawrence Welk's faint, echoing sign-off. Good night, good night. The universe is now a 1970s living room floor, and all's quiet. What a trip. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to follow for more adventures into the wonderfully weird. See you next time.